I have walked with the Lord for almost 26 years. He is such a kind master. He is so good. And He has filled my life with such joy. When I'm weak, He's strong. When I'm afraid, He's not. When I fall, He picks me up. He's blessed me with blessings without number and filled me with joy unspeakable. He has not treated me according to what I deserve, but has poured out His grace. He's never told me to do anything that was wrong, and He's given me power to do what He's told me. He is worthy of being followed. He should be your absolute Lord. Not a relationship of terror, not a legalism, but the fact that this Lord died on a cross for you, that love ought to control you. How many times did the Apostle Paul say that he was a prisoner of Jesus Christ, a slave of Jesus Christ? Was he talking merely about the chains that the Romans put on his arms and legs? No. He was a prisoner to the love of this Lord who is seated upon the throne. Because of what this Lord had done for him, he said, I must. The love of Christ compels me to give my life to Him. I remember a young man many years ago who was studying to be a lawyer. He was the most self-centered person you've ever met. But one day someone shared the gospel with him, and it grabbed him. It took control of him. And the next day, he was out in the streets preaching as though no one had ever heard the message before. Hey, everybody, listen to me. Jesus died. His friends grabbed him. They thought he'd lost his mind. And they took him aside. They took him away. And they sat down with him. And they said, what are you doing? You're losing your mind. Everyone thinks you're crazy. You're out in the middle of the university crying out, Jesus died for our sins. Believe, be saved. And I'll never forget the answer that that young man gave. He said, but He died for me. And his friend said, well, we know that. Everybody knows Jesus died for them. And he said, no, you don't understand. Jesus died for me. You're saying the same words, but you're not hearing me. Jesus died for me. The Lord of glory died for this sinner. What else can I do now? I have to follow Him. I have to preach. Do you see? It's the love of this Lord that ought to drive you to be holy. Many people live their Christian life this way. What do I have to do? What are the rules that I have to follow? And then what can I get away with? Where are the loopholes? That is pathetic. That is not Christianity. Christianity is not about keeping the rules. It is about living your life for the one who died for you. If He tells you to go into a foreign country and die as a martyr, you should do it. If He tells you to sell everything and give it to the poor, you should do it. If He tells you to stand on your head in the middle of the street and cry out, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound, you should do it until a bus runs over you. He is Lord. But we do not follow Him merely because of His power. We follow Him because of what He has done. And we follow Him because of who He is. He is such a kind master. He is so good. And He has filled my life with such joy. He has not treated me according to what I deserve, but has poured out His grace. He is worthy of being followed.